Hello students, in social studies, in the lesson Knowing Our Earth, in the last video we learnt about directions. The main directions north, south, east and west, which are also known as cardinal directions. We also learnt how to find these directions with the help of the position of the sun. Today we are going to learn about the compass. Another way of finding the direction is with the help of an instrument called the compass. So today's subtopic is the compass. When a compass is placed on a flat surface, the needle swings for a while from side to side and finally comes to rest, pointing to the north. Regardless of where you are, the compass always points towards the north. The red arrow of the needle always points towards the north. The other cardinal directions are also marked on a compass. Their position can be fixed once the position of north is found. A compass, apart from the four main directions, a compass also shows the directions in between, such as the northeast, southwest, northwest, and southeast. So today we have learnt to find directions with the help of a compass. The next subtopic is locating places on a map. While directions give you a general idea about the location of places, they do not give you the exact location. For example, suppose you want to tell your friend where you are sitting in a movie theater. Can you do it with just directions? No, you cannot. So, how do we locate seats in a theater? In theaters, every row is identified by a letter, and within a row, each seat is given a number. Thus, a seat with the number K4 tells you the seat is in the row K, and it is the fourth seat from the aisle. A similar system is used to locate places on the maps and the globe. If you look at maps and globes carefully, you will see that there are several lines drawn on them. These are imaginary lines. They do not really exist on the surface of the earth. Some lines are horizontal, that is, running across, while some are vertical, running from top to bottom. When these lines cross each other, they form a grid of squares or rectangles. Each of these lines is identified with the help of a unique number or a letter of the alphabet. Use a combination of these numbers or letters to locate places on a map. Now, let us have a look at this diagram. The rows are represented with the letters of the alphabet, and the columns are represented with the numbers. We use the combination of these numbers or letters to locate places. Way, on page 114 and 115 of your textbook, there is an activity given. A map is given. Let us try and locate places on that map. A grid has been drawn on the map to help us find the places. To locate a place on a map, you first give the value of the vertical line that lies near the place, and then the value of the horizontal line. You then write the two values together. For example, The bank is in the square 1A and the hospital is in the square 3C. Now look at the map carefully. Note down the location of the following places. The Water Kingdom is in grid 2C. The park 4C and the inn 5B. Thank you, students.